SigTalks, Episode 018, Overcoming Fear Through Meditation and Visualization.
Hello, and welcome to SigTalks with your host, Dr. Carrie Sigafoose, your home for the chiropractic philosophy, where we discuss the teachings of Dr. James Sigafoose, from his writings to his talks and his many audio presentations.
Hello and welcome to another episode of SigTalks. Today's clip is from Overcoming Fear Through Meditation and Visualization. It is a two-part audio series that my father put out to help you break through your fears and to become the person and the practitioner that you've always wanted to be. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and play the clip and we'll talk to you on the other side.
The topic of this tape is fear. And man has a great need to be heard and a great need to create and do things. And the reasons why we're held up, the reasons we don't expand and do the things that come to us and do the things that are necessary, for the most part, is fear. And our greatest fear is fear of rejection. So that when we have an idea or if we have something that we want to give to people or send out to the world at large, oftentimes we don't do it simply because we are afraid that we will be rejected. And one of the worst things that could happen to most of us is to be rejected. Now, there are a lot of fears, and those fears come from selfishness. They come from physical or mental abuse. They come from past losses, past love losses, past financial losses, business losses, investment losses. And so therefore, we have, based upon our past losses, we fail to move out today. And because of things done to us, said to us, things that have happened to us in our experiences over a lifetime, we tend to keep those, and thereby the educated brain records that as a loss, as something not to occur again, as something that should never happen in your lifetime again. So therefore, anytime you get an idea that you want to put to work, that you want to put out, that you want to use in your practice or in your lifetime or in your business, as a result of that, then you are held up from doing that. You're held up from going on with it, namely because the educated mind puts a stop to it and says, don't do that. Remember what happened? Remember what's been going on in your life as a result of that? So we have a great deal of stops, a great deal of no starts, if you will, and it just stops us from being creative, business-wise, artistic-wise, in any way in our lifetimes. So we need to get rid of it. We need to get rid of the people and the situations that are involved in our past fears and losses and embarrassments and abuses, so that we can rid our mind of these people, of these incidences, so that we can go forth with the things that need to be done on a day-to-day basis in plotting our future, so that we can go on and do the things that are necessary. So let's determine that we're going to get rid of these things. If you can't come to a determination that you have fear, you're already in trouble. You're afraid to admit it. But once you realize that you have fears, and all of us do, and all of us have a number of fears that are holding us back. Fear of the use of the telephone, fear of speaking in public, fear of sales, fear of doing things in front of people, fear of striking a golf ball in front of crowds. Just all kinds of fears because you're afraid that you'll muff up. You're afraid that you'll be rejected, turned down, laughed at, scorned in some manner. So we just don't do it. But we need to do it. We need to overcome. We need to come out of this cell, out of this block of fear. So the best way to do it is the following. I want you to determine, number one, that you're going to participate totally without any reservation, without fear of being judged by others. I want you to select a place where you can go in and listen to this tape, become totally involved in it, so that you can relive and re-experience every incident and every person that's involved in holding you up. So the first thing I want you to do is find a place, sit down, relax, and turn this tape on. I want you to close your eyes, internalize. Go inside of your body. Do not be concerned about what's outside of you, who's out there, what's out there. There is nothing out there. You are completely turned into yourself. There is no environment. There's nothing outside of you. It's just you and you alone inside of you, with your eyes closed, relaxed, not concerned about the telephone, not concerned about something that was done or wasn't done, not concerned about who's out there or what people think, because it really doesn't make any difference what they think. So as you sit there, close your eyes and join with me on a voyage, and join with me on an occasion. You're now aboard a ship, and this ship is a large wooden sailing vessel. You're back at the tiller, and it has a very large tiller with a long directional handle coming up to you from the back of the boat. As you look up, the sails are full. They're large square sails with 3 heavy masts going high up into the air. There's no compass on your boat. And you've often wondered about that, because there are places you wanted to go, places you wanted to see, ports that you wanted to enter into that you passed up completely because you had no compass, not knowing where you were, who you were, or really where you were going. And as the sails fill with a gentle breeze, you sort of relax and look around, and the sky is blue, the sea is calm, everything looks all right. But as you look out over the horizon, there's a little black cloud, and it seems to be getting larger and larger. And as that cloud gets larger and larger, you find that it's moving rapidly toward you, and the whole sky begins to darken, and then it gets almost pitch black. The winds come up from 10 miles an hour to 20, to 30, to 50, to 60 miles an hour. Instead of the sea being flat, the seas rise to 5, 10, 20, 30-foot seas. The boat's being pitched around. The water comes over the sides and through the front of the boat. The boat is just being pitched like a leaf. And you begin to become frightened that the sea and the wind is going to perhaps destroy the boat. Perhaps you're going to lose your life. So you cling as tightly as you can, and you hold on, and the boat just pitches and rolls and racks and spins around, gets carried up onto the top of a 30-foot sea, and you can look around and see all the rest of the ocean. Then it sinks down, and all you see is a wall of water. You're going to be overcome by the water. You're going to drown. You're going to be tossed out to sea, never to be seen again. What are you going to do? What can I do? So you cling and you see, oh my, there's a small boat along the side. I'll get out. I'll get away from here. I'll escape from this situation. I'll run over there and get in that boat. And then maybe things will be better someplace else, somehow. So you get into the boat and you lower it down into the waters, and you get about 20 feet away from the ship, and you find, my God, you're in worse shape than you were before. This small boat's taking water. It's just being pitched and turned and flung up into the air, and comes down in between large amounts of water. You grab hold of the seat, and you think, this is it. It's all over. I've made a mistake. But just as you feel that, you feel the boat being lifted up and tossed by a large wave. It throws you out over through the water, down in front of some rocky crevices. And the boat is sucked through this crack into a lagoon. It's like magic. The water's flat, it's clear, aqua blue in color. It's absolutely gorgeous. You look over the side of the boat, there's no wind, there's not a cloud in the sky. The sun is shining brightly. You see the fish swim by, you see all the beautiful things in the bottom of this lagoon. You look around and there's a white sandy beach, flowers, palm trees, living oaks, pine trees, orchids. It's absolutely gorgeous. How did I get here? And as you sit in your boat, you look around and you see somebody approach the shore. And they wave to you and beckon you. And you argue, should I go or shouldn't I go? And you feel, well, certainly I feel safe, I feel okay. So you paddle your little boat over to the shore. This individual steps down and helps you pull the boat up on the sand. And they say, I've been looking for you for a long time. You have? Yes. I've been wanting to talk to you. I've been wanting to help you. Help me with what? Talk to me about what? Who are you? I don't even know who you are. But I know you, and I know you well. But who are you? And as you look into his eyes, you see nothing but peace and love. And you can tell that you're in absolute safety. There's no reason to be afraid. And this person looks at you and takes you by your hand and says, sit down. Sit down and talk to me. So you sit on a log. And as you sit there, this person sits across from you. And he looks at you with eyes as though that pierce your very being, that enter into your soul, that know what's going on in your life. And he says, I know you've been having a lot of trouble. There's a lot of fear. A lot of things have gone on in your life that need to be tended to. I'd like to help you. Well, I would appreciate that, you say. Then I would like you to sit. And as you're sitting on the log, I want you to go back and tell me, what's the greatest catastrophic loss or incident that you've had in your life? Whatever it is, I want you to go to it. And I want you to bring the incident back up to you right now. I want you to see everything that went on in this incident. And I want you to see every action and every reaction that took place. And recall every word in every situation that went on. And I want you to recall the people and bring them up with you. Have them sit around you. I want you to bring them up whether they're still living or dead. I want you to see their faces. I want you to see every detail on their face and hair and body. And have them sit in a semicircle around you. And now you bring up the incident. And you bring up this thing that's caused so much pain in you. So much loss for you. So much terrible mental anguish. So much sickness. So much abuse. I want you to bring it up. I want you to bring the people there. I want you to look at them. I want you to see them. And I want you to just sit and stare at them one at a time and capture their very beings. I want you to see them exactly as they were at that time. I want you to see every second of the time coming forth to you right now as it was at that time. Every single detail. Bring it up. Now I want you to take these people and I want you to take the ones that are primarily involved and talk to them. I want you to tell them exactly how you feel. I want you to tell them how you felt from the time that this incident happened. I want you to tell them how you feel inside, how your chest aches, how you are held up from doing things, how you still have fear and doubt, and how your life has been ruined and how you've been turned off and how you've lost so much because of them and because of the incident. I want you to scream at them. I want you to tell them from the top of your voice. I want you to let it all out, every emotion that you have. I want you to just let it fly. Become an insane person. Scream and jump and holler and let it go. Now continue to do this with each individual until you feel you've said it all. Seeing and smelling and tasting the incidents. Every single thing that you feel and felt then, every hurt that you have now, every loss that you've experienced, every fear that you've endured, let it out. Tell them exactly how you feel.
And we're back. I want to start this off with a question. What is it that you fear? What is it that's holding you back from not only having the practice that you want, but also from being the person, wife, husband, or friend that you know you can be? This 2-part audio series by Dr. James Sigafoose will help you get there. Dr. Sigafoose walks you through the meditation and visualization steps. Each one of these audios are meant to be used on a daily basis. They are no longer than 30 minutes each, and when used properly, will help you get past the fears that are holding you back. This 2-part audio series is not for the faint of heart. It will bring up many old hurts and traumas that are holding you back. Many of our fears come from many different places. They come from our experiences over a lifetime, and our educated minds puts these in a loss mentality so that you don't feel hurt, embarrassment, or pain again. We need to bring these things to the surface, and we need to overcome them. This process keeps us held up. It keeps us from taking chances and from being creative and from moving forward. I have only shared about 10 minutes of the first audio with you. This 2 audio series is now available for immediate digital download at Sigafoose.com. But before you head over to the website store, I feel the need to tell you that if you are not ready to face your fears, or if you are not even in the realm of realizing that you have fears and they are holding you back, then I would not do this. It would be a waste of your time and your money. Conversely, though, if you are ready to take the next step towards success, towards happiness and abundance in your practice and in your life, then by all means, start today. But remember to listen to what Dr. Sigafoose says. Take this seriously and do the work that is needed to be the person that you have always wanted to be. Use these audios. Use them every day, and when you think you are done, use them even more. This is a life process. This is not a quick fix, but a way for you to attack life and get all that you know that you can be and all that you want out of life. Stop being a victim of your own past and start being a champion of your own desires, wants, hopes, and dreams. We are here for you if you have any questions. And remember, most of all, this is a process, one that will bring up the past, help you confront it, and most importantly, help you to let go and to move forward. Thank you for your time, and thank you for joining me on this journey of self-reflection and growth and motivation. One last thing before I let you go. Always, and I mean always, know that you're not going through this thing called life alone. We're here for you to help you in any way possible. With that, I will say thank you, and I hope you have the best day ever.
Thank you for joining us today. If you're interested in more of Dr. Sigafoose's material, head on over for your daily dose of chiropractic philosophy to www.sigafoose.com and register for our free newsletter and to find today's audio clip of Dr. Sigafoose in its entirety. Remember to give, love, do, and serve.